And all I heard is thunk, and then my mom go ah, and running down the stairs. And she told me that Clem was like coming up the stairs and like coming to her, and he just arms out, whoop, and just fell down the stairs.
You Jesus down
the
stairs.
Straight up. And
That's
so,
crazy.
and then, hit his head, going down. So,
Damn.
And then the second time was he flipped off a swing at our house and landed on his head.
How old was he when that happened?
Oh God, like 4? It must have been, dude. It was like 4 or 5. Like he was young.
What
he was
age?
swinging, and then he was up, and then literally he just on his head.
Damn.
I also have another story, and shout out my poopy parents, because if I'm remembering this correctly, one time I was on the monkey bars, and like dad was standing, the makeshift monkey bars we made. I was swinging on those. Dad was standing to the left of those, and mom was like behind me on the swing set. And the next thing I remember, I'm waking up alone in that part, like just under the monkey bars. I don't know what happened, but pretty sure I passed out, and mom and dad just left. They were like, he'll wake up, and left me.
I don't think that would have been it at all, because clearly I've seen mom panic over you fainting before.
I know.
So I can't see her just be like kicking him under the thing and being like,
maybe it was just dad, because that'd be a thing that he would do. He'd be like, he'll wake up.
he's fine.
Because I swear they were there, and next thing I know, I was just waking up on the ground. I was like, huh.
How many times did you hit your head really hard in hockey?
Like every game, probably.
Oh my God, he at least once a season he got a concussion, if not injured.
It was pretty fun.
I still remember your last season, and you hurt your shoulder because you ran into the.
Yeah, I have I have permanent shoulder problems because of that.
Ever gotten a brain scan?
No,
Never.
not that I remember. No,
Like you've never been in one of those like big machines that. Damn, that's great. Have you?
Mm-mm.
Never.
we're cool people like that.
Damn.
Our brain does what it wants.
And it just happens to be like, nah, sometimes.
If it just wants to shut off, it needs a break, man. It's been a long day sometimes. It just needs to chill.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yeah. I'd be scared, though, if I just randomly passed out sometimes. Because yours are so random, dude.
They're cool. They're cool.
As somebody who also experiences that, it's fine.
So crazy.
The first time I passed out, I was 10, 11 or something there. Like, I had just gotten baptized back in my religion days. And I fainted at the baptism because I had kept my legs locked and stuff.
Do you think they thought you were, like, possessed or something?
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
I should have come out just...
They tried to baptize the devil.
They were throwing the holy water on me going, be gone!
God, dude, that would be hilarious.
That's what happened. No, everybody was very concerned.
That's fair.
But then...
I think I was there, too.
You were.
Yeah.
In my adult years, I don't know if this is what led to it or not. The only thing I can think of where I've had like a major like hit to my brain was back in high school. I want to say it was my junior year of high school.
It's just Stitch, don't worry.
Okay.
She's fine.
I was playing tennis, and we were at a tennis meet down at Father Sheehan, and I was standing outside of the tennis court, and I was watching the match that was going on. And I turned, and I'm talking to one of the other people, and Brad Wilson, who at the time was like, oh my God, everybody's fawning over Brad Wilson, because Brian Wilson was in the Olympics, Brad Wilson, his brother. They had both gone to Central. Brad was training to be in the Olympics.
Okay.
And so, yeah. And so they're just doing that. And I guess Brad had come up, like a ball had gone AWOL, and Brad came and he like jumped off the fence to hit it. Well, when he jumped off the fence, it kicked me, and I went, woo! And
damn.
And like smashed my head, and then I don't remember what happened. All I remember is like waking up, and my mom, who had been watching from the car, came over, and like they had to find my glasses, and I had to go sit in the car, and I just remember being like really, really stunned.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, I've had, this is out of related, but it'll come back, bad Coke experiences where I know that I've ended up having some stuff that was laced, because after a party one night, this was 21, 22, 23, somewhere in there.
Okay.
I had been hanging out with this group of people. I had done a bunch of Coke, and I just remember feeling really fuzzy, and I don't remember much for like the next 3 days. And so it was really fuzzy. And after that, I've only done coke once since with somebody else that I've trusted, because after that I didn't trust them anymore.
Yeah.
But I still keep it like at a distance. But ever since then, now I also just have issues where I randomly pass out as an adult.
Damn.
In Idaho, I passed out at a bar. We were out with a friend and going to do axe throwing, and I was sitting at the bar talking to somebody, and I just boop, fell over. Woke up, and I've passed out once last year. I just passed out last week.
Nice.
Jeez.
And so it's just a big thing we be doing.
It's
we
a
just
cool
pass out.
lifestyle.
Nah, dude, your guys' brains are like programmed all wiggity and whatnot.
I used to, maybe it's the snorting, because I snorted a bunch of Adderall in my high school youth.
How much?
4 or 5 different times.
That's not too
Not
many.
a bunch, but it was a decent amount. Yeah. I remember one time I did it with somebody. I won't divulge his name. You guys know. But we were up for like 3.5 days. I lost like 10 to 13 pounds because I was just puking those 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And like right in the middle of that, we had to go to Missoula with mom and dad to go shopping. It was the worst day ever. It sucked. Because we didn't want to tell them like, hey, we don't want to go because we just did a whole bunch of Adderall. So we just went, and it sucked.
Ass.
Did you get stuff you wanted though?
I don't remember. That day was not the greatest.
Have you ever passed out?
I've passed out, but there's been like good reasons behind it every time. Like the time like, you guys ever do that thing when you were kids or like in high school or anything where you like bend over and like,
and
then you go up against a wall and somebody presses on your chest and then you'll just pass out?
Yeah.
I remember. I've never had that done to me, but I do remember that being
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I seize when I pass out.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
You're a show.
Yeah, it's fucked.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, but
cool.
one time I smoked, like when I used to smoke at my mom's house, I had a room that didn't have windows. So I had to get like really creative with it. And I would smoke under my covers at the time. And I was 14, so I was retarded and didn't understand like airflow and stuff like that. I would take like 3 blankets, thick ones, put them over me, and then my comforter, put it over me. And I would have a bottle of Axe body spray. And after every time, I would take a lighter and I would smoke out of a tinfoil bowl, right? Already a red flag. And then I would smoke the weed, and then after every puff, like I would try to like ghost it as much as I could. And then after every time I blew out, I would spray Axe body spray under this like super small confined space. And then I would take a lighter again and then light it. And then
I'm surprised your room just didn't explode.
right, exactly, right?
Why did you not just go outside?
Because my front door was so loud. You've heard my mom's front door.
Yeah. Just go outside, though.
No, man.
I'm sure she would have preferred to hear the front door and wake up to
She was
possible
strict,
explosion going off in the room.
I didn't think about it like that.
You were 14. You were terrified.
Exactly. And so
I don't care.
No, you did not. You at 14, way the fuck different than me at 14. So
Yeah,
bullshit.
I was fun.
you have chill parents, bro.
That was super
You don't
fun.
get it.
That was super fun.
He has chill parents now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I made him chill.
They really didn't have an option.
See?
But one time I got up from all that and I had smoked like 3 bowls out of a tinfoil bowl doing that whole process. And I got up super fast, right? Because I was like laying down during this. And I went to like go open my door to go to the bathroom. And the minute I touched my door handle, I passed out. And I had like this wooden chest next to my door. And when I woke up, my head was banging against it frantically.
Oh, damn.
And I was like hard, and I
Yeah.
couldn't stop it.
Oh, no.
And it went on for like a good 30 seconds before I got up, and I was just like, fuck. And it's not like I could go tell my mom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How traumatic.
I know, dude. It's fucked.
Pretty cool.
Kids, if you're out there listening to this, don't smoke under your covers.
And then spray Axe.
And
And
out
then
of
use a lighter.
out of a tinfoil bowl especially. Horrible. That's an easy way to get fucked.
Do it normal, like an apple.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever smoked was out of an apple. It was nice.
Mine too. And then a tin
Yeah.
can. And then I upgraded to actual glass.
Yeah.
First time I smoked was out of a pipe,
Nice.
regular pipe.
Flex, bro. Whatever.
Fancy dancy over here.
Oh, sorry. High rolling.
Get that fancy weed that you buy from like actual people instead of finding on the street.
You find
Weirdo.
when did you ever find weed on the street?
All the time, man.
Don't you see it? It's in all of like the Facebook ads, like especially around Halloween. Like, be careful, people are lacing kids' candy with marijuana. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm spending the $40
dude,
and
what
giving it
the
to a
fuck?
child.
That shit is crazy. That shit
I'm
is
just
crazy.
leaving that shit out in the wind.
Or even like they'll say even more expensive drugs like Molly, and it's like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me just. I'm purposely gonna spend that money and fuck with some little
yeah,
kids.
yeah. I mean, that would be hilarious.
Some people are like that, man.
I'm sure they are.
It's a
I
good
wonder. I feel like it's only ever happened like 5 times though.
maybe here or just ever.
Ever.
Like kids being laced.
Yeah, during Halloween specifically.
Remember that there used to be a prank kids used to pull on Halloween. It was like involving glass, where they would put glass or something.
That's not a prank, bro. That's like attempted
No, I know.
murder.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Kids used to be fucked. Like they would put shit in an apple
So,
or something like
Like
that.
a razor blade in an apple.
Yeah, shit like that.
so that reminds me, unrelated to Halloween and shit, that shit happened to me at Fairmont once when I was a kid.
Oh.
Somebody had gone down the slide and stopped, and they had put razor blades. Yes, in there, and I went over it. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh yeah, scraped. I mean, I just
my
had
God.
lines all the way up. They had to close. It was fine. That's fine.
How did like the lifeguards
That
not
is
notice
insane.
the guy just stopped putting? Was he like right at the end, or was it like
No,
a few feet up?
I have no idea. It was like, so in the Fairmont slide going down, like they're plastic pieces that are put together.
Yeah.
And he had like just set them between the plastic pieces, like on the bottom. So when you went over it,
That makes
but, like,
me scared to go on water slides.
Right.
now,
but like the
bro.
water and stuff like was going so fast. Like it didn't hurt or anything as much as I thought it would. Like it didn't get me as bad as I thought I would. But they had to go down and like crawl down the slide and get all them all.
Jesus,
How?
that's fucked
I
up.
feel like it's kind of hard to stop yourself in a water slide.
Not really. You'd be
You-
surprised.
And that
I used
Fairmont
to
one,
do-
you can stop.
Yeah,
pretty easily 'cause
In like
it's so
those
big.
enclosed tube ones, if you just put all 4 of your limbs out on like the not wet part, right, you'll
Yeah.
stick and you won't move.
Yeah, and that Fairmont slide, it moves a lot slower than like it would. you
Same
know.
with like the YMCA one. Kids, I remember so many kids getting fucked up on that slide.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the last time I was there, the last time I was there, which was sometime this year, one of the lifeguards was like, "Oh yeah, like well, we just had somebody that flipped off the slide and broke their arm."
Yeah, like you know that one part. I know exactly what part kids always fly off of because it's that one part right next to the wall.
Yep.
That just goes like literally goes like that.
Yep.
And I've seen so many people fly up and almost go off. I've almost done it too, but I've like it's fun. So it's so fun.
There was a water slide that like one of the Six Flags made that was just like a straight down one that like
Those
would
ones
send you
are
super
so
fast.
fun.
But then right at the very end there was just a tight ass loop, and apparently it would send you through that loop so fast that like people would break like multiple limbs every time
my
they fucking
God.
went down it. It was only up for a month, but the fact that they kept it up for a month was apparently insane.
Yeah, like the first person that
I'll show you
broke
guys a
their legs,
picture
they
of
should have
it.
closed that, dude. That's insane.
It is actually crazy. It
I
looks
love,
such a horrible
But like
idea.
I love the slides that like go straight down. Those
you?
are so fun. The ones where you sit in the room beforehand and they just make you cross your legs
And then you
shit,
pull
and
the lever, crunk.
and they just drop you.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
it's so fun.
No.
It's the best. Last time we were in Boise, like all the cousins that went, we all went up and did it. I don't think you, Ruby, all the pussies didn't go. Whatever.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it was fun though.
I had a really traumatic experience.
How did they think there was gonna be?
No.
You would get folded in that thing. Okay, we're gonna throw that up on the podcast. That's insane.
That's like a back. My
Dude,
body doesn't
you
go
would-
that
you
way.
You literally would go and stop.
And break all my body.
There's not enough straight to let your body go like that, dude.
Whoever designed that is a fucking like
Psychopath.
demon, dude. Like
Literally.
actually,
Was like he was probably like, I wonder how many fucking
probably did
idiots
this when
will
he
go
finished
on
it.
this.
Dude,
And it
evil
got approved.
motherfucker.
And it got approved.
Dude, literally, they looked at it and they were like, yeah, this will be fun for the whole family.
Same with like roller coasters and shit, bro. Roller coaster accidents, they're a lot less now because there's a lot more safety stuff for them, but they still happen, bro. It's scary.
Dude, so I was going to tell you this. So my senior year, our class trip, we went down. They took everybody to Lagoon for
Oh, I love Lagoon.
the day. Yeah. So we all went to Lagoon. And the whole class, and I will never fucking forget this, and I will never go on another one again. The ride where it just drops down.
Yeah.
You sit down, okay?
The big one where it's like a whole circle and
Yes.
you go all the way up and it just, okay, I know
Yes.
exactly what ride you're talking about.
So I get on
I
it.
hate those.
I'm with my friends Hannah, Shalene, Tess, like everybody. We're doing the ride together, and he's coming around and he's checking, and he stops and he doesn't check like the last two of us.
I remember this story.
And I look at my friend Shalene next to me, and I pull my thing up like it's not locked. And I was like, uh-huh. And I was like, hey. And he starts the ride. And my thing is up. And so I hold it down, and I am literally holding on. And like me and Shalene, like we are all screaming at him on the way up, like it's not locked, it's not locked. Well, he just thinks we're screaming. And so I was literally holding on to this thing in every position that I could. And we got down, and I dropped, and I mean, I was holding on to that thing for dear fucking life. And just, I screamed, and I got off, and I've never gone back on one since.
Yeah, that's messed up. You
What
should
was
have.
that? What was that like?
You should have
flying down.
You should have
Did
got
you
that
think
guy
you were gonna
fired.
die?
I thought I was gonna slip out, yeah, because like it was, you could feel that it wasn't latched, so it was shaking really bad because of the air drift. And then it's not like just a straight drop down, and like it comes up and down and up and down and
it
up
like
and down.
stops halfway, goes back up, goes all the way down, goes back up. It's so bad.
It was terrifying.
I've
And
seen
I
like
mean,
the videos of the hydraulics breaking on those where it goes up and goes halfway down and then breaks and falls.
yes. And so like that was probably one of the scariest moments of my life.
That would be horrifying.
And I got off, and like we went up and we yelled at him, and he was just like, okay. Like, didn't really care.
Probably like the 18th people that happened to that week.
Right. So
Should have got that guy fired.
right. I was
It's like always my worst fear at carnivals and shit like that, dude. It's just,
The carnivals are so much worse.
Oh
those
my
are just
God,
like
I know.
set up out of trailers.
you really
and
feel like
stuff.
you're gambling with your
Yeah.
fucking life, dude. I swear to God. Like, for $25, you can gamble with your entire life, everything you've built up to this point.
Just smash your face on a pavement ground that
some
we
of
put
those-
up in a parking
oh my
lot in a mall
God.
somewhere.
Like, I went to the last one, and they had like this like flying swing, dude. And I was like, oh my God. And I was riding it, and I was like closing my fucking eyes. I was like, holy shit, holy fuck. Like, I trust roller coasters at like places like Disneyland. You know what I mean?
The zipper,
high maintenance.
Yeah, high
zipper,
maintenance.
The zipper's really fun when they set it up here. It's so fun.
That is I will not touch that
Oh
with the
my
10-foot
God.
pole.
It's so fun.
I did it once,
I've
dude,
done it
and
a
I
few
almost threw the
times.
like I had my shit just like free loose in my pockets.
Yeah,
bro.
don't ever do
Dude,
that.
I was like picking up shit from the fucking cage as it was going around, bro. No, dude, I fucking hated that shit.
Remember the pirate ship one that would just
Yes.
go like it would like do a
Ooh.
U? Those ones are so fun too.
I liked that
I
one.
love those ones. Have you ever done the ones that go all the way in a circle, like a full circle?
Yes,
Those
I
ones
have.
suck.
I did that one that they had at the carnival this year that flung you all the way around.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
That one was scary as fuck.
And well, I have a sensitive stomach, so I don't do well going upside down anyway. You put me on an upside down roller coaster, everybody's getting thrown up on like.
Dude, there's something about like the pure like fucking G force of just being hurled through the air by a huge mechanical arm that's just oh, like you feel like that pit in your stomach.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I hate the ones where you're spinning a lot, like where you like sit in one of those things and it just
And, like, the
spins as you're
teacups,
spinning.
yeah. Oh.
I
Dude,
hate
dude,
those.
they had this one at the carnival this year that was like a UFO that you like you're supposed to like lay down on, right?
Oh
Yeah.
And it
yeah.
spins so
Oh my God,
fucking
dude.
fast. And I didn't know you were supposed to like have your feet on the ground still, so I was like laying like on the side of it, bro. And then halfway through, dude, it just fucking launches me up and I fucking dick my head off the fucking ceiling, dude. I thought it was part of the ride, dude. And everybody else on there is just looking at me like, yeah, you fucking retard. Like, why the fuck would you be halfway up it? You know? Oh, dude.
That's Ezra's favorite ride at the carnival. He will literally just go in loops on that, and I'm like, how do you?
You're gonna
you
turn your brain
iron
into
stomach.
stew. Literally.
He gets off. He's like, again. He gets so excited.
Oh, have you ever seen those videos of like at like those merry-go-rounds at parks and somebody will take like a dirt bike and like run their fucking back tire on it until it's going super fucking fast, dude.
Yeah, those like little park
And
ones.
kids will like launch off, bro, and fly like 100 fucking feet, dude. Like straight ragdoll physics take place, dude, and you see them fucking hurled through the air.
Like this is not like a carnival thing, but have you seen the videos of like the people that make slingshots and like fling themselves into lakes? But have you seen the one of the guy who overshot the lake by like 30 feet? It was so funny because like everyone's like, you got this, you got. He gets launched in the air. They're like, you got it, and they see that he's not gonna go in the lake. They're like, oh no!
Because what do you do at that point? You're standing at the ground just going, fuck.
Dude, imagine
like
that
the guy
point that you're flying through the air and you realize.
you're in the air. You can't do anything. You're like,
No.
well, I'm dead. Shit.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh.
Oh, dude, are those like big like pads they'll throw in lakes to like
Oh,
jump
yeah,
on, and
and you,
like
like,
they'll like
launch the other
miscalculate
people.
it and they'll like fly the other way and just dick the land, dude. Oh.
I really want a really fat friend to do one of those. Like get him on like the one side that launches people and get like 10 of us to launch him into
Jess.
the lake. Jess.
If you're watching this,
We're getting an inflatable thing for Georgetown.
I wonder how much one of those cost.
Probably
Probably
quite a
be
bit.
better to rent.
Lake shit costs
I
so
bet you
much
could
money.
rent one at
Have you-
Georgetown.
I'm
Have you
surprised
ever
Jonna
seen-
doesn't own one already.
Yeah, honestly. She'll probably get one eventually.
I bet those things take a fucking minute to
You know what
inflate.
she should buy for like the kids and me, wink. The trampoline things that Pioneer used to have them when they had those lake things at Georgetown.
That's what I was just thinking.
I almost drowned one year. I was telling Michael about that. That I almost drowned there one year. It was
Yeah,
super
you did.
fun, super cool. But
It was the same trip I tried jet skiing for the first time.
jet skiing's fun too.
I've never been jet skiing.
It's a lot harder than it looks.
I've never even been on like a proper boat,
Well, have
just
you
a
ever-
kayak.
I've always figured jet skiing in a
can be-
lake is easier than the ocean because in the ocean you're like always up in the air and you're hitting your crotch every time. That shit hurt, dude.
Does it?
I don't know. I've only jet skied in a lake and it wasn't bad. I had one of the one we went up to Canyon Ferry. Braden, Timmy, and Tom, or Braden, Timmy, and me all went up to Canyon Ferry, and his grandparents had those ones where you start off lying down, then you go to your knees, and then you stand up. Have you ever seen those? Those are so fun. Those ones are so fun.
I have not tried one of those. but
They're
those
so
look really
it's
fun.
super hard because you're like you have to start it while you're laying down, so you're getting pulled by it, and then you have to bring your knees up to it, and you're still getting pulled by it, and then you have to stand up while you're still getting pulled by it.
That's a lot of balance
Yeah.
that I don't fucking have.
Well, we were all hockey players, so we're goated.
Yeah, you guys are. I literally tried to get into bed the other day and just fell over. Like,
That sounds accurate. Yeah.
what do you drink? What are you drinking?
Water.
Lame-o.
A big water guy today.
You know, I can't say anything.
Nice.
What are you drinking? Red Bull?
Red Bull.
Yeah.
Is that
my-
the spring flavor? Is
Have
that
fun
the
with the kidney stones,
Try
buddy.
it.
I do want to
Huh?
try.
Have fun with the kidney stones.
I will. It's my third one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some after this.
Oh my gosh,
It's nice.
that's really good.
It's pretty nice. I like the winter flavor a little bit better, but they don't have them anymore, so whatever.
The flavored Red Bulls are probably my favorite drinks.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
I don't.
too.
Drinks.
I don't like the original Red Bulls.
Yeah, they
that
taste
much,
like-
But
Bull piss.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know what that tastes like?
Don't ask me.
He's got experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to be a bull wrangler in Spain.
Oh, nice. And you just let them pee on you and stuff.
Part of the job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How
Good
do you
for
think you test if they're healthy?
you?
You drink their piss and see how sweet it is.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
See how much energy you can get from one sip of piss.
Yeah. You're supposed to run a lap afterwards, and depending on how fast you run it based on your baseline.
I see.
It's a bunch of science you wouldn't
Yeah.
understand.
I
Yeah.
get it. I'm
It's-
not a
it's-
scientific person.
Yeah, we can
We don't
tell.
need to go into it.
We can tell.
We can.
What was your guys' biggest sibling fight growing up?
Me and Ryan hardly ever fought. It
Well,
was
if you
always-
ever did.
it was always me and Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Ryan fighting. I'm trying to think.
I'm really trying to think. I don't really think there was any big
No,
fights.
we've never been in a big fight. We've argued, obviously, but over small little shit. That
Yeah, I
doesn't
guess you guys
matter.
are like damn near 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's a
And
lot
I used
more
to live with her.
I was gonna say it's a lot
so-
more of a different dynamic being that much older than him and Ruby. It's almost like second parent.
Was he a fucked up kid?
Definitely.
If it's not a
Tell the
straight up
truth.
no, then that means that there's
hope.
something there.
There's
yeah.
hope.
What?
There's hope for him.
I was a great kid. What are you talking about?
Was he? What did he? What was the worst? What was he like when he was like elementary school age?
I was dope.
Let's see. He stole some crayons in kindergarten.
I did do that. I did it twice. Both
did.
kindergarten classes. I stole stuff. It was awesome.
Did he get in trouble for it?
Uh-huh.
You got caught.
By my parents, not by the teachers.
Did they make you turn yourself in?
Yeah.
Were you mad at that?
Kinda. Those were dope ass crayons, man.
Were they the 64 pack with the sharpener?
They were sick ones with all the colors.
Yeah.
you can't beat it.
Brand new. Oh well.
No, Clint's been pretty much like this, like sassy, had his own attitude. He's never
Right,
liked being held.
right.
My mom was just saying that the other
Thank
day. Like
you.
as a baby, he never liked being held. He
Clint-
didn't like being touched.
Clint does have a little bit of an attitude, doesn't he?
I
Yes.
always have an
Yes.
attitude.
Dude,
That's part of my
sometimes
ting.
sometimes he'll just be like woke up on the wrong side of the bed, man. He won't be having it. He's a moody guy.
Yes.
Don't
He's
blame me.
he's he's a sensitive,
He is.
emotional man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just my baby.
Sorry. I'm a sensitive person because lots of stuff has happened.
Like sometimes the attitude will just like come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, you should see him talking to my mom.
Yeah.
My mom will be having a perfectly like normal conversation with him, and Clint just starts copying an attitude, and she's like, "The fuck."
My mom gets so riled up sometimes.
know!
It's so bad.
It's hilarious because, like, watching from an outside perspective, I'm like, what the fuck is
I've
Clint
seen it
getting so
sometimes.
mad
It's
about? And Clint's,
hilarious.
like, ready to throw hands. And I'm like, you need to calm the fuck down.
One time, mom got really mad at me. I remember. I remember what I threw a magazine at her.
Jeez.
I didn't hit her hard or anything. And then I went back into my room and she ripped my Xbox out of the TV.
I was going to say,
But I got it back literally right after school because I'm a dope kid like that.
the only fight I can ever actually think of is when we were really young. I was babysitting you one time, and you wanted to go do something. And, oh, God,
Just a tantrum, man.
It
You
was.
can't even blame me.
He had a lot of tantrums. He was a very angry kid.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't let me. He wanted to go do something. We couldn't go do something, and I was like, no. And he was like, I'm running away. And I was like, you
I had
can't.
a wagon and everything.
I was like, you can't run away. We live in the middle of fuck
Yeah,
Egypt. And he was like,
like
I'm
what?
gonna run away.
How
And
old was he when this happened?
Oh God.
I got down to the
4.
mailbox and realized this is a long fucking walk. So I walked back up.
Imagine if you got to the highway
Well, I did.
It
Like,
did.
I got right to the edge of the highway, basically.
and then you got scared.
No, it's just like, do you know where I live, bro?
Yeah.
Do you know
That's
where
not that
any of my
bad.
friends live?
No, but for like being 4 or 5, that's a big journey.
For sure.
He was little. He was a
Yeah, you had an
little baby.
extremely limited worldview at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like
I
the
basically was like a hermit. I lived in the woods.
yeah.
My fun time was spent hiking around the woods by
Yeah, you were
myself.
practically like raised by wolves
Yeah,
almost.
yeah,
That's why he has the attitude.
Yeah.
maybe. I was gonna ask, where do you think I get this anger from? Because apparently I've been angry since I've been a young child.
I don't even think
You have
it's
dad's temper.
Nice.
yeah, but just in like a
Perfect.
very sassy way. See? You see that little Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm happy that you're saying this.
uh,
I'm happy somebody else sees it.
Everybody knows I'm sassy.
literally, he's
Everybody calls me sassy.
yes, he's sassy. Both him and Ruby, like they're very witty. They're very witty kids, and that's
Me-
really hard because I'm not witty, and so they just sit there and they just hound me. And it's when you get Clint and Ruby together and they're ganging up on me, it's hilarious because they'll just bounce back off each other. But then at the end of it, I go downstairs and I'm like, why did I just spend the last 20 minutes like, what the fuck just happened? And then I come up with a good response 10 minutes later.
Yep. It's the life. Me and Ruby, well, see, that's the thing. Me and Ruby have been doing that forever. So me and her are really good at it. I'm pretty sure I knocked Ruby's 2 front teeth out once.
You Jesus.
Yeah.
That like
No, you hit her with
That's
the blow
insane.
dart. No,
Yeah.
not the blow. The
No, I remember I knocked her tooth out on accident. We were doing something and I accidentally whacked her face and I like chipped her tooth out. But it was a baby tooth, so it didn't
how old
matter.
were you when you did that?
Not very old. Like probably like 10, 9, 10. That's not like very I'm still a kid. We were probably just messing around doing something.
I
Me and
broke
Ruby
my brother's arm, so
Yeah, same.
but I was like 12, so
My family has
he
been
was
around.
pissing me off, man.
My family's been around for every bone I've broken. Except
Damn.
actually, I cracked. That's not a broken bone though. I cracked my head open when no one was there at daycare.
you were at daycare, Mom.
Yeah.
I had to come get you.
Mm-hmm. Super cool. Broke my arm at Kevin's house. Ruby was there and Dad was there. And then I broke my leg. The whole family was
You're
there.
just clumsy as
Everybody.
fuck.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not clumsy. I'm just accident prone. Bad things happen to me because I'm a good person.
I think accident prone could be considered a synonym of clumsy.
I don't think so. Like, I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself clumsy. Would you? Like, I don't.
There's a difference because when I think clumsy, I think of myself where I like can't walk a straight line. And
Yeah,
I was just telling
see.
him like I tried to get into bed and my body was just like nope and fell over.
See, like, I don't do that.
That and to me that's clumsy. Accident prone is
Just,
more
like,
injuries.
shit happens to me that usually doesn't happen to other people.
And that's because he's reckless and dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts. Stupidity.
But it's fun.
Facts.
I'm still alive. I've had a lot of fun.
That trampoline story's horrendous.
It's dope.
I hate
It's
hearing
really
about
sick.
it. That shit's
It was
disgusting.
Nasty.
I bet.
Ryan was
This was-
right in front of it.
I heard the
Yuck.
bone crack.
Yuck.
Yeah, she was right
Yuck.
there.
I'd probably throw up.
I am
Straight up.
surprised I didn't. However, this is what like one of my proudest achievements as like big sister. So when Clint was in the hospital, this was like right before he had gotten his Xbox and he'd been wanting one. And I remember him being in the hospital and my mom and dad left the room for a minute and I was like, Clint, now is the time that you ask for the Xbox because you're gonna be laid up for a while. Like now's the time, video games. And so my parents came in and Clint was like, so Xbox.
I'm gonna be bored for a while.
And goddamn, did he not get an Xbox the next day?
I did. Got an Xbox. Got Batman. Had a fun time.
You milked it.
Me and Ruby would play games. Me
Proud.
and Dad would play games. It was fun.
Shout out. What Xbox was it?
Xbox One, like right
Should
after.
have asked for a PS4.
I was gonna say, are you PS4 or Xbox?
PS.
I'm or
PlayStation
PlayStation.
see,
guy.
I am also PlayStation.
My thing was I had a Xbox 360, which you can say what you want about it, but in my opinion, that's the greatest goddamn console ever invented. So I was really excited for the Xbox One, and I'll be honest, the Xbox One is not as great as the PS4. I've had both.
Hot
PS4
take.
is a lot better.
I think the best console of all time is the original Wii.
I'd agree
You
with
know,
that, actually.
I
The
have
Wii is
having
so
the Wii
gas.
back.
That shit
is
was timeless.
fantastic.
My parents
shit
still
was
have a
timeless.
Wii, so I bet Ryan
Wii
plays a shit
Sports,
ton of it.
Wii Sports Resort.
Oh, yeah.
Brother.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
my god.
Next time we're up with my parents, we should play some Wii Sports,
I'd
dude.
be so down. I want to get a
a
Wii
bunch of
Sports like live stream going.
Dude, we could
That would
probably
be
do
so
that.
fun.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That'd be sick.
Get
Just have like
4
a
of
big
us.
camera.
I think
Yeah,
it's only
exactly.
a 4-person thing.
Well, we
yeah.
could just switch in and out too.
True.
You know, it'd be chill.
That'd be fun. Do the boxing.
Exactly. Fuck
Oh
each other up.
yeah.
They had
The
so many
sword
fun
fighting on
games.
Wii Sports
Oh
Resort.
yeah,
That shit was
so
dope.
much fun, man. We had it right.
That's what I'm saying,
Nintendo
bro.
hits, bro.
I want to buy a Switch, but
They're coming out with the Switch 2 in like a few
Yeah.
months.
I also want to get that PlayStation thing. That
Oh,
they're
the
coming
new
out
the
with.
portable console thing.
Yeah, dude.
I hear that's
PlayStation's
pretty.
coming out with a portable console.
They already have it out. It's like literally a tablet with like a controller on the side.
Oh, I've
It's
seen
so
that. I
sick.
didn't realize
It's
that
so
was
fucking
from
cool
the
looking.
PlayStation. Though.
I
That's
bet
cool.
hauling that
I-
bitch around is so fucking annoying.
I
though.
think it comes with a case.
Okay, that's good at least. Throw it in a bag.
And I think you
then.
could take those handles off. I'm not
Okay.
sure though. But
Still, that
from
would
what
be
I
so
hear-
clutch.
from what I hear, like out of all the portable things, the Steam one where you get PC games, I hear that one's still the best one.
Well, I mean, you get the biggest library of games too.
Well, that and it's just the easiest to use. Like
The Steam
if
is
if
very
you have it
user-friendly.
downloaded, you don't need internet to play that game.
Oh damn!
If
That's nice.
if the game doesn't require,
I wonder
internet,
what the
obviously.
battery life on those things are running
think
like
it's a lot.
games like that.
They just came out with a new version of one, so I bet it's
I wonder
quite
how
a
much
bit.
they are.
Dude, they're expensive as fuck. Like $700-800.
Jesus, dude.
That's a lot.
But
That's a
for
lot.
like someone like me who has like 30 games in their Steam library, it'd be pretty worth it, you know?
For sure,
I'd be able
especially
to-
like at the gym and shit.
Yeah. I'd be able to take that to like Vegas and be able
Exactly.
to play games.
That'd be nice.
It
Right.
would be.
Especially just like in the hotel room when we're just chilling,
Just doing
or on the
nothing.
plane, bro. Literally.
On the plane and in the car are really nice for portable consoles. The last time I just traveled to Salt Lake, I brought the whole fucking Wii with me, the whole goddamn setup and everything. And we set it up on the TV and played in the room.
That's
But
sick.
that was fun, but also, again, not as
My favorite
nice
thing,
as
I've realized
portable
my
device.
favorite thing to do on car rides is either sit there and talk or listen to like comedy stuff because it just makes time go by. At least for me, I love comedy stuff, so I'll
really
listen to
into-
like a few specials.
I'm really into murder mystery podcasts right now, so
Nice.
What about Morbid?
I like morbid.
Morbid's funny because it's like the two like nicest sounding like white ladies of all time.
Just telling the most gruesome shit.
And they're just spitting out details that like are horrid, disgusting.
Well, girls
Crazy.
like that stuff.
Oh, yeah, man.
Especially white bitches, bro. They
It's
crazy.
it's been consistently in the top 3 most popular podcasts of all time for like the past like 5 years.
I'd believe it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I bet like that's the main podcast females listen to. I would imagine. I bet a lot of males listen
What's
to
that
it too.
one?
I find that stuff interesting
What's
too.
that
so.
one with Barstool? I forget the name of it.
Call Her Daddy?
Call Her Daddy.
Yeah.
I've listened to that one a couple of times.
I don't
How
like
is it? I've never actually.
I feel
I don't really
it's been
like
around. It's been around for a long time, and I
Yeah.
only listened to the first couple of episodes, and I wasn't really a fan. But I'd be interested in going back and like re-listening to like a newer episode and
Yeah.
wondering and seeing how much she's grown and seeing if I like her
Yeah.
content more.
What's that girl's name? I forget her name.
I don't know. I just know like there's always drama going on in that podcast between the hosts, and it's just
Well,
like,
I mean, I think that's kind of
that's
like
exactly
the
why
point of
female.
it.
Yeah.
I think that's like kind of the point.
Probably. It's probably gets why it gets so much attention. But
It's
I
weird.
remember there I don't know her name. I don't remember her name, but there was like 3 hosts on it, and then one of the girls got kicked off. Yeah. So
We should buy a Barstool.
yeah, it's only worth like
I think it's
a
like
few $100 million.
I think it's $1 billion company,
Might be.
dude.
Might
I'm
be
pretty
by
sure.
now.
Barstool's
Just you and your
huge.
6 closest friends, you can afford it.
Yeah.
Ask Dave Portnoy. Just call him up really quick.
Be like, yo, Dave, help us out, man.
Dave, what's up, man? How you doing?
Dave, don't be a Dave.
I'll get you a good deal on a pizza.
Yeah. Come try our pizza, sell us Barstool.
Yeah.
Let me know how that campaign works out for you.
Yes.
Honestly, it wouldn't be the craziest thing that's happened in entertainment recently. Have you been following Kanye stuff? Not at all.
Don't.
Don't.
Definitely don't
I
look into it.
completely lost interest. A, after he started calling himself Yay. B, when he showed up to the carpet and Bianca or whatever his her girlfriend's
When she
name
was naked.
was naked. But then I saw it scrolling on TikTok
They're
today
divorced now.
that they broke up. But that's the extent of what I know.
He did an interview recently where like he was just like dressed normal for like the first like 10 seconds, but if you skip, he like comes out dressed in like an all black KKK
Outfit.
costume,
Yeah.
and he does the interview in like the all black KKK costume.
Interesting fellow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. One of the most mainstream artists of honestly the 21st century.
He should just stick to music, man.
Yep.
The hell should.
Yeah, for real. Most of them should.
Yeah.
That's
It's
why
only music too. You don't really
Yeah.
ever see like you used to see like actors and stuff like that. Like those guys would always kind of go crazy back in the day, but nowadays it's really just musicians that just be going insane.
Yeah, you
know?
don't hear
Yeah.
him too much anymore.
Maybe that's the point. They're like deflecting it to the musicians so actors and shit can get away with more.
That could be
Because remember, like Harvey Weinstein, all that stuff happened.
Yeah, but he was like a film producer.
Yeah, but I mean, still in the film industry.
That's true.
With a lot of actors. He owned his
That's
own,
true.
like, producing
The
company.
Diddy parties.
The Diddy parties.
I
yeah.
just watched the entire Diddy documentary.
Yeah.
Oh my god, wild.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
His alcohol brand is still like available.
Yeah.
Ciroc.
That's just crazy to me.
Well, it probably will be for a while.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me that it hasn't been thrown off the shelves, but at the same time, from a consumer standpoint, I understand it.
Yeah.
It's still making the company money.
Exactly.
Fuck Diddy. I mean, he's probably not getting any money.
I'm sure he
I'm sure he is, but he's probably having to spend most of it almost immediately.
On
Just
legal
on those
fees.
legal
Yeah.
lawyers and all this shit. Yeah.
Well,
He's cooked.
He's gone through like what 2 lawyers already that have
Something
just
like that.
tried his case and then been like, "Fuck this."
For
I'm
a
out.
second there, Diddy's lawyer
was the same one as OJ or not OJ's as whose?
was the husband of Luigi Mangione's lawyer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. They were like, that's like a lawyer power couple, dude. 2 like craziest candidates in the game to be representing right now.
There was
Crazy pool.
trying to think. There was one of his lawyers that represented somebody crazy.
Probably from the OJ Dream Team or something.
I don't think it was OJ.
Ryan, what year were you born?
95.
What was 9/11 like? I always feel the need to ask anybody who.
Well, yeah, we were born after it, man.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I was really young.
We
when
were
it
born
happened.
like by the time
Obvious.
I knew what it was funny by then. You know.
Well, my question is, did it impact like?
Where you were in
far
school
away-
though, right?
Like a faraway
Do you
place
remember
as
that day?
Montana and stuff when that happened?
Yeah. I was
That's good to know.
What
You
I
remember where you were, right?
Yeah, I was in school. I was in class, and I remember our teachers being really upset, and they like canceled school for the day, and everybody just sat in the classrooms, and she just let us. Everybody had a free day. We just kind of hung out inside and played games and had recess all day inside. And I went home, and I remember Mom having the TV on, and you and Ruby weren't born yet. It was just us.
Yeah.
And I remember her having the TV on and being scared and trying to explain it to me. And then I remember being worried that like something like that was going to happen
Yeah.
here. But
Then you realize nobody gives a fuck about this place.
yeah, I mean, you know, how many ever years later and we still haven't.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing over here. So thank
Nothing.
God.
Montana is where a lot of nuclear
Yeah. Nuclear.
warheads are stored.
Yeah. So if nukes go off, we're dead first.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, this would be a quick death.
Yeah. Maybe.
There's been some people who survived though.
Yeah.
There's this one guy who survived
Hiroshima
Hiroshima.
and then went to Nagasaki.
There's that guy, but then there's
Yeah.
another guy who survived Hiroshima, and they brought him on a talk show over here in America, and they brought out the dude who dropped the fucking bomb.
No shot.
I swear to God. And they ended up forgiving each other.
Wow.
But my question is like,
Well, to be fair, the guy that dropped the bomb, I mean, he's just following orders. It's not really his fault. He's just doing what he was told to do. That's part of the military, man. You know, you can't really be like, no, sir, I'm not going to drop this nuclear weapon after years of planning it. I'm just not going to do it. No.
I would definitely.
They would've
fake
got
sick
somebody
that
else to
day.
do it.
Exactly. I would
they-
definitely fake sick that.
They
day.
would have
yeah,
just got
yeah.
somebody else. So
I would literally like puke in front of them.
Literally.
I'd
Somebody
shit-
slam me up against the wall right now.
I'd blow my shit out in the cockpit,
yeah.
straight up.
See, like Oppenheimer, those guys, if they had called off sick, world would be a different place.
Yeah, for sure. Oppenheimer was kind of like not a great guy, I think.
I don't
After
think
watching the
so.
movie, after learning about it,
I mean,
I get it. but
he
come
kind
on.
well, I mean, he kind of realized what he did after the fact, which still doesn't make him a great person, you know.
Yeah,
It's like at least you realized it, but you still did it.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, you
heard that
can't really
movie's
in the
say no
past.
to the United States military.
Yeah,
though.
that's kind of that was like the whole point of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't do this, the CIA is probably gonna kill you. So
How do you go about saying no to the United Clint? Let's say you get approached right
All right.
now.
they're knocking on my door.
They want you. Ryan, you're the knocker. Approach him.
All right.
I want you to come
Hello.
work.
What?
Great start.
Get down on your knees! No! Come with me right now
You'd
if you
be
want to
dead off
live.
rip.
Nah, I'm good. I'll stay home today.
Wasn't a yes or no answer.
You asked it in yes or no format,
But dogs don't answer questions. They listen.
but I'm a human.
You're a dog.
I'm retired from being a dog.
Well, fuck.
yeah.
I'd
Then
Kick him in the
you.
dick.
See,
Again,
I'd get
use
out.
my height to my advantage.
I'd hate to be one
probably-
of those people that get like kidnapped and thrown in one of those black site prisons.
See that? Yeah, that's probably what they would do to me. It's like if you say no, we'll just send a squad in the middle of the night, like some Russian hit squad. They'll kidnap you, throw you in a black site. You'll never be heard from again. Okay, sounds good.
Well, I mean, what do you do at that point?
Yeah, you just accept it.
Yeah.
Maybe
Literally.
one or two times a year, try to escape, see how that goes. But if you're
Wait,
chilling.
I was gonna say you're gonna escape and they're gonna kill you. So
Yeah. Either way, you're dead.
you just
Doesn't
figure out
really
when
matter.
you want to die.
I'd rather the thing about like the death penalty is if I was gonna go to prison for like 40 years and I was like 40 years old already, and it's like there's a good chance I'll die in here. It's like just kill me right now.
Well, that's the whole point of prison, bro. As a lot of people look at it as like death is just an easy release for whatever.
Yeah,
you
but
did.
like isn't like the death like I feel like the way our punishment is set up is the death penalty is reserved for like the most fucked up people.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, because it's like the most fucked up thing we can do. But I feel like the most fucked up thing we could do is just keep a motherfucker in there till they're dead.
Well, yeah, that's whatever.
I feel like
Other than release,
death
yeah.
penalty is below life sentence. my
okay.
opinion. The way I look at it.
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
100%.
I'd rather be dead than sit in fucking prison.
That's like that. We were just basically saying the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. If I was in prison, I'd rather get locked up in a place like Florida that still has that shit where I think they still lethally inject in Florida.
So you can choose, if I'm correct, you can choose how you want to die. It's lethal injection, electric chair, or firing squad.
I'd pick firing squad.
Dude, firing squad.
Somebody just picked firing squad for the first time in 100 years.
Sick. What a goated ass person.
I bet they did something fucking horrible and you're saying that right now.
Nah, sick. Even if I did something super fucked up, I'd go that way too. That's kind of dope as hell.
If I see it again, I'll send it to you. If you could choose how you were going to die, how would you die?
Like if somebody else was going to be doing it, or if
I'd
if
like-
just any way to die.
If there's any way to die, but it can't be peacefully in your sleep.
Okay.
I'd like it to be quick, like a bullet to the head.
Would you do it yourself, or would you rather somebody else do it?
I'd rather somebody else do it. Obviously, yeah.
I don't. It'd be a very dire situation for me to want to kill
exactly.
myself.
Like unless I'm in the middle of something that I know I'd die either way, it's like I might as well just do this.
Like if the purge ever happened.
But part of me is like I might as well fight till somebody kills me.
I want to be thrown into a black hole.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty interesting death.
Nobody knows what that's like. I'd want to be the first.
I'm pretty sure they've described what would happen to your body if.
Well, it's all guesses. We don't really fully know.
True. Very true. But you could be the first. We'll test it on you.
Like imagine if you just end up in like a different
dimension or something.
or just like a different part of the universe.
Maybe.
Like,
yeah, it spits you out like the other end of the universe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Could
But
be.
then you'd just be like floating in space, so you die anyway.
Yeah. But still, dying in space would probably be chill.
That's what I was just thinking too.
I don't really know. I don't think so.
If
The
you're
whole
in a pretty
suffocation part.
spot, if you're in like a pretty part of space and like you have some
Like-
cool shit to look at, I'm sure.
yeah,
it's
while you're
chill.
just like slowly dying.
No,
maybe.
it's fast, dude. You're like
Well,
you
that's what I
blow
was.
up.
That's what I was saying. Do you have a suit on or anything? Because you wouldn't even be able to get into the black hole if you didn't have a suit on or anything.
Okay, let's say
Because
you
you'd
would
have to get like launched out there.
let's say I
but
have
the
like a
second you hit space,
super
you die.
advanced spacesuit, better than anything we have now, right? Like I could survive for like 10 hours in space.
There, perfect. And then you get sucked through the black hole and just sit there for 10 hours till you die.
What we think right now, I'm pretty sure, is that you go through it at such like a weird like rate that you could end up eventually maybe seeing the back of your own head if you were to survive.
I'm
for
pretty
that
sure the
long.
way they described it is what happens is your entire body stretches out and then like expands at the same time. It's a really weird thing.
twists up and shit.
Interesting.
Black holes are cool.
But that's just a guess.
Yeah. Very.
Somebody throw a camera down there and we can watch.
I don't know if that would work.
Yeah, I think the technology would just like
Well, that's why we send you in.
Yeah,
Facts.
exactly. And then you just like throw us a note back.
just send me through with like a microphone.
Yeah, that's what I was
Be
saying.
like, okay,
And
this
lower
is
you
what's
down with a
happening right
rope.
now. Yeah,
Yeah. That'd be a good way to do it.
that'd be a very
You
funny and
tug
cartoonish way. of
twice
doing
on
it.
the rope if you're not safe.
Yeah, you guys pull me out of
Pull
the
you
infinite
out, and
nothingness.
if we just keep pulling, and eventually the rope is just cut off, and we're like, oh,
That's
shit.
exactly.
You like jump in to save me.
That's actually what the black hole is. It's just non-continuous rope. There is no
someone-
Michael anymore. It's just rope.
Someone's there like holding my legs as I'm halfway in
I'm
trying to
one.
reach for you.
I'm one with the rope, and like as you guys pull out all of the rope, like I start forming back into myself as like a huge rope monster.
I was gonna say the rope is actually Garrett, like your
We could-
body.
exactly.
Like you turn into a rope.
We could make this a movie.
The rope monster.
Yeah.
The rope monster.
Black hole
like
origins.
The space rope monster.
NASA was doing research on a black hole and found a rope. Started pulling on it. Rope monster.
Is there any like?
He wraps around Earth and destroys it.
He
True.
lassos around Earth and destroys
He,
it.
he throws Earth into the black hole that he came from.
I hang
like it.
I hang the Earth like a noose from
Yeah.
Neptune.
Oh, there you go.
That'd be a really.
What would
cool
be the neck
visual.
of Earth if it's so round?
It's actually like there's some parts of it that like Earth isn't actually like a perfect sphere. Like because of like all like the mountain range, probably like
Well,
in between
yeah,
some
well,
mountains.
Well,
But
obviously,
it's a
if you had
general
a-
sphere,
if
though.
you
I'm
had
saying,
a
like,
rope-
what would be the neck of Earth?
You'd probably want to be like right
You-
below the
Yeah,
equator a
yeah,
little
you'd
bit.
want to wrap around it like this way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the neck would be Antarctica, technically, ish.
The bottom?
Yeah, you could do
Yeah.
it around the North Pole and the South Pole and
Yeah,
just squeeze
Like
it.
go that way around, and then Squeezing it would probably
Well,
destroy
no, I
the
think the
earth.
best way to do it would be finding like the most clear cut part of the water where like the oceans go real deep.
True. And then you like you
Yeah.
go in through that. That's like the artery, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like the skin right there.
And you get like right in there. Because, most of the job's done for you.
We should become scientists.
This is a
We'd be
very
really good at
professional
this.
show.
We'd be
can
really
see.
good at this, I think.
Because this is so professional, do we pause if I need to go to the bathroom?
Me and Clint can keep talking.
Okay.
We got it.
Perfect. I just, I want my farts to be recorded.
Of
I'm gonna
course.
hit her dab pen while she's gone.
I'm gonna turn down these lights, dude. My fucking
Your eyes are hurting. Weirdo. Put some sunglasses on, bruh.
Give me some.
Huh? Mine are in the truck, I think.
Oh yeah, dude. I might throw some shaky weighties on. My shit is dumb. I should have taken a nap right before this.
Does this thing have a max? Oh my god. I just hit that for like 20 seconds. I'm insane, guys. Tune in next week. Guys, if you guys could please subscribe. We're running low on subscribers over here. I need more. Oh, there's sunglasses right there. Shit, bro. That's crazy. Dude, I don't think this thing has a max. I just hit this for like 15 seconds.
Let me hit it. I feel like it probably has a max. Most pens have a max. Clint. Weekly segment. Clint, top 5 moments ever. Go.
There it is.
Is that one of them?
Sure.
Okay.
That 20-second dab pen rip. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Top 5.
Yep. Top 5.
The time I broke my arm.
Okay.
'Cause that was actually pretty cool. It was pretty dope.
Okay. That's weird, but okay.
The time we won state hockey championship.
Okay. That's a little bit more serious than I was looking for, but continue.
I'm gonna get, let's say,
Oh, did I?
you ruined the whole bit. I was gonna go serious for like the first 3 and then go completely unserious for the last 2.
What were the last 2?
I don't know. Guys, I got a new match on Tinder. Crazy, dude.
Who is it?
I don't care. I really don't care.
Torta?
It might be torta. You never know.
Torta.
Tortilla.
Torta.
Tortilla.
Clint's an avid torta
Tortilla.
admirer.
Tortilla. I date a girl named Tortilla.
Tortilla?
Tortilla.
Tortilla?
Tortilla.
Tortilla with the chinchilla.
Tortilla.
Do you guys know what chinchillas are?
An animal.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them?
They're like chill ass animals, aren't they?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
one as a kid.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Cool.
They're very
They-
exotic.
They like there's like videos of them just sitting on alligators and shit. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Never seen those.
They're pretty cool.
Are you lying?
No, look it up, bro. Look at chinchilla on alligator or crocodile.
Do you guys know what sugar gliders are?
Oh, yeah.
Sugar gliders. They stink.
Just like
Never.
ferrets do, yeah.
Yeah, ferrets stink, but
Ryan used to
sugar
have
gliders
ferrets.
are 10 times worse.
Are they really?
Oh my god.
so
My mom
cute.
bred them for like a few years. Ugh, right in our living room. Ugh, I wanted to die.
Rodents are gross.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stink, but they're cute.
They're not even that cute, dude. Sugar gliders are little
Oh.
creepy fucking things, in my
Really?
opinion.
I liked the sugar gliders.
I don't. I accidentally took the sticker off this because I have ADHD.
The hell is wrong with you, dude?
It's fine. I took the sticker off my mom's for
gives
that
you-
exact same reason.
She gives you her pen, and you just rip the sticker off. Now she doesn't know
Hey.
if it's 1 or 2 clicks.
Yeah, true.
you,
Fuck.
you fucked up my
I'm
whole
sorry.
day.
I'm sorry. I tried my best. Ryan, what's been the most prominent life lesson you've learned in your 20s?
Prominent life lesson I've learned in my 20s.
We're gonna
Yep.
get philosophical.
We want to get deep.
Prominent life lesson. Prominent life lesson I've learned in my 20s is stepping up my standards of how to be treated in a relationship.
How do you mean? What did you think at the beginning of your 20s versus what you think now about that? Like how did you want to be treated then versus now? Or did you not really have an idea? Hey, you just hit it for 20 seconds.
Because I'm cool.
To be honest, I don't really. Yeah, I think if there was going to be a lesson, it would be mostly lessons of like how I don't want to be treated.
Don't settle.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the lesson. I don't know.
Kind of relating back to, like, there's not really much that I follow musician-wise or anything like that. Like, I'll listen to music, but I don't really follow their social media activity.
Yeah.
Same.
However, what I have been following a little bit more is Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's relationship.
Okay.
Because obviously I grew up in a time where Justin Bieber was very prominent. And so him and Selena grew up at the same time.
Were you a believer?
I was a believer. And, I had my little Justin Bieber poster.
Wizards of Waverly Place, the whole 9. Did you watch that?
I did watch.
I watched Wizards of Waverly Place.
It's a great show.
Great show.
Great show.
But yeah. And I'm sorry, what was the question?
Were you a believer?
Oh, yes, I was a believer. And so watching him and Selena Gomez, like, go kind of like grow up, go into this relationship together, and then see how toxic it was. And then I kind of followed Selena for a while because we had different heartbreaks that just kind of lined up at the same time. And so she was always kind of very vocal on social media about, like, I'm fine. I'm just trying to find my place. And she, like, about a year ago, got into this relationship with Benny Blanco and is now very, very happy. And
They're
she
getting married.
Yeah, and she prominently will tell people, like, I just love the way that he talks about her. I will watch interviews and he'll be like, if I can see that a situation is escalating, why would I let it get there?
Yeah.
Like, if I know her and I know how to diffuse it, like, why would I ever let it get to the place where it explodes?
Yeah.
And so, and just little things like that where he's like, oh, does your partner wake up at 3 a.m. craving the most random fuck ass things? All right, well, here we're going to do some meal prep for her. And just little things like that where it's like,
Nice.
yeah. So I'm like, fuck, like setting the standards a little bit.
Benny Blanco's like
See-
produced some of the greatest
Yeah.
hits of all time.
I'm
He seems
learning that.
It's
He seems like
crazy.
a really great guy. Andrew and Bobby just had him on their podcast. Like,
That's dope.
A few weeks ago, I think.
He produced Dynamite by Teo.
Yeah.
Cruz.
He also, yeah.
He's
yeah.
an insane producer.
That's insane. He doesn't even like. He's not even apparently like back then. He wasn't even like that good at like actually like playing music or anything. He just like had ideas and he would like go to like people and like have them like flesh them out and all that kind of stuff. But
Nice.
So
dude, it's insane.
I just listened to how he came up with Dynamite. And he was like, I'm not a gym person, but for whatever reason, I was at the gym this day and I didn't have my phone. So I told my brother, give me your phone, like, give me it now. And so as he started running and he was listening to something, he just kind of like started dun, 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 dun. And he was like, oh my God, like, that could be something. And so he went to the studio before anybody got there. Nobody was there and the synths were off and he didn't know how to turn them on and he didn't really know how to mess with them at the time. So he's like, if you listen, a majority of like the bridge in the chorus in the background, it's a grand piano because that's what I could play at the time, waiting for somebody to come in to turn on the synths. And that's how Dynamite came
That's
to be.
crazy.
That's cool.
It's insane to like hear how people just like how like music like that is like come about, like some of like the most generational like shit of back then too. Oh my God, it's insane. Music's such a weird like thing to get into. So
yeah,
random
right?
all the time. Like a song could be made like that, just super easy like that, or a song could like be like spent like 12 months working on it. It has like the same outcome, same like kind of like hype. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. What about you? What do you guys feel like being? So that's my take as a female, being almost 30, being done with my 20s. What is your take on males who are in your 20s?
You
And
hit 'em, Clint.
your
Mine right
philosophy on
Right now,
big takeaway lesson.
I feel like for males in their 20s, you should focus on yourself and your well-being. Like, get your mental prepped and have fun. Don't really worry about try and figure out what you want to do in your 20s. That's what I would say.
Oh, and I back that up 100%.
Figure out what you want to do with your life because you're only 20. You still got like a lot of years left to figure shit out. Have fun. You're only 20 for 10 years.
And you don't have to go into school immediately. Trade schools are always a great option. And you can take gap years. I got my associates. I took 5 years off, and then I went back for my bachelor's, and now I'm not even using it. Like, 100%. I like that. Your turn.
All I'd say is just, fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out.
Just copy me in a
Cooler way.
way less worded way.
I'd say right now, it's I don't know. 20s are weird, man. I don't know. I think like the only thing you can really do, just like with like the way everything's set up, is just throw shit at the wall until it sticks. You know.
And another good thing is
don't
like,
take anything too seriously.
Yeah.
I try not to take anything too seriously right now.
And figure out the people you want around you in your 20s, because
You are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people in your 20s that you're hanging out with and you're friends with. You see them at the bar, but not all of them are.
Your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not all down.
You got to figure out the real people.
They're not all down for the sickness.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
The only part of that song I know is
That was a completely different song that I was actually even singing.
oh, fair.
It's Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, but there's a child rendition of it called I Can Only Count to 4.
I fuck with that.
It's pretty fun.
Kid renditions of songs are always funny, especially when they're rap songs.
Like, like kindergartens and stuff do that now. Like they'll like do renditions of like Wheels on the Bus, but rap. Yeah, it's so
the
funny.
wheels on the bus go round and round.
Yeah, exactly.
Snoop Dogg has a whole kids album.
I know,
Yeah.
it's
It's
insane.
amazing.
Snoop's
so
awesome,
funny.
bro.
He's in everything.
I
dude.
love what he does. He does everything.
Yeah, he's like him and Shaq have done so many different like collaborations with so many different companies. It's crazy.
My favorite was the Martha Stewart collab
Yeah.
with the big lighters. It was like, I'm like, we all know.
Yeah.
Use those for your candles, and Stoop's like, or use them for
Exactly.
something else.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, Martha
It's
Stewart's
really-
a big old pothead too. So
Really great marketing.
Martha Stewart's been to prison, man. That's
She's
crazy.
dope as hell, bro. I
She's
love Martha.
whenever she's on those Comedy
roasts,
Central roasts,
they're the
she's always
best.
so funny.
I
Man.
love her.
I watched her she had an interview of like what it was like being in prison, and she was just like, really didn't feel like a prison. She was like, I had all this freedom and I got to do all this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, the fuck
Shanking
kind of
bitches,
prison
bro.
is that? That's where I want to go. That sounds like a free vacation.
Shanking bitches. Be fun time.
Shanking hoes.
Yeah. Bitch, don't steal my hairspray.
Yeah. Bitch, I don't like the way you looked at me.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
Yes.
Did you win?
Ooh.
Yes.
Was it like a kind of win or like a full blown like you knocked her out?
No, it was like a kind of win. Like,
Okay.
So it was this girl, and I had been up at the bar, hanging out, and this girl kept trying to hit on my friend Josh. Like, literally was aggressively hitting on him, backed him into a corner, like
Ooh.
flashing tits and stuff, and he was
Damn.
not having it.
Jesus Christ.
And-
Good for you, Josh.
And so I finally, like, I went up and I like grabbed his arm and I was like, "Oh, come on, honey, like we're over here." And I dragged him away, and he was like, "Oh my god, thank you." Well, she came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder, and she was like, "He can speak for himself," and we were having a conversation, and I was like,
Ooh.
he didn't like that conversation, and you can leave us the fuck alone."
Yeah.
And so I was up at the bar. She started screaming in my ear, and I was literally ignoring her watching the TV as she's like in my ear. Well, she pushes me. And so I turn around and I shove her back. And then she comes at me. She starts punching, I turn, she's like punching my shoulder and shit. So I start like punching her. And then immediately, bartender and security immediately like were on her, because I was at this bar all the time. Like, they knew me. And so immediately, as soon as I hit her, like, they grabbed her, drug her out of the bar. And then a couple minutes later, when it calmed down, I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave. Well, she was still out there trying to get back in the bar. And so when I walked out, literally security was holding her back, and she's fucking fighting, like legs off the ground, kicking,
Jesus
trying to get
Christ.
to me. And I'm just walking away like, ha, 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 ha. And then I went to another bar.
Nice.
It's crazy how some
Remember-
people can be like that.
Remember that night some guy tried to fight me up at Sins when we were
And he
playing
was
pool?
fucking, yeah, and he was fucking with Stefan really bad.
Yeah, he was fucking with me and Stefan.
Yeah, both of you guys.
You
we
told
both,
me about
Yeah, we
that,
both got
yeah.
pissed off, and we both, me and Stefan, just decided to leave. But that guy was,
Well,
having it.
Stefan was so fucked up, he didn't even know that the guy was messing with him.
yeah.
And
The
so
guy kept fucking hitting my pool stick when I'm trying to shoot, bro.
How old was the guy?
Older than me, like at least by like 5 or 10 years.
I found him on Facebook. He's like maybe 25 or so.
Yeah,
He's
dude.
young.
That makes sense.
It was gross. I remember that.
Gross guy.
Where was that at? Sins?
Sins.
Don't like Sins.
Yeah, I don't go there.
No
anymore.
good vibes at Sins. I've never gone there.
I've
almost
never gone
did that
there
one.
and been like, this is cool.
We almost did that one time. I think we did. Was it New Year's? You were with us.
Yeah,
We were walking around.
we were
No, it
there.
was Folk Fest
The-
last year.
Yeah. It was Folk
I was
Fest.
also with you during Folk Fest
Yeah.
last year, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we did go up to Sins for
a bit and
bit.
then left because it's always gay there.
Because it's stupid.
the only thing
It's
that's
a
good is
different bar
Sins.
now, I think.
Yeah, it's
Now
not,
it's a Dock Saloon. Yeah, it's ran by Daniel Wardall.
it's the same thing.
It is.
Same people.
It is.
A bar, I feel like a bar is it doesn't matter how it looks or what it's like. I feel like it's about who goes there.
It's
the
who
type
goes.
of-
It's who goes there and who serves there.
Well, that's the thing. Solante is basically just Dublin bigger.
Mhm.
And it's
nicer.
It's the same people you would see at the Dublin. So
But it doesn't have sticky floors. The bathroom doors closed.
yeah, I mean, I like Solante.
And
I'm not
there's-
dissing on it.
yeah, I'm not
Solante is the
doing a bunch of coke.
nicest bar in town.
Oh, it is.
by a
I just
long
spent.
shot.
I have a lot of bad memories at the Dub.
Oh, is Solante where the Dub used to be?
It's right next
It's like
to the
right
Dub.
next to where it
Oh,
used to
okay.
be. Yeah,
Makes sense. Is the Dub building just like fucking permanently closed now?
it's
Completely.
that you know
The
that,
bar is.
You know that wood fucking structure that's always right next to Solante.
yeah.
It was forever. That's the Dub.
Okay,
or
that
was.
makes sense.
The Dub is still next to it. Like the thing is still up if you're walking.
Oh yeah,
down.
it is.
But
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with that, but whatever. Do what you want. I don't care.
Yeah, he has a daughter. He doesn't
Let's
take
not
care of.
call out people on this podcast.
Yeah.
Fine.
Any
are-
other personal beef with anybody you'd
that
like to
are-
air out on the internet right now?
All of it.
Let's go.
Literally trainers at gyms, and you're calling them out. Cool.
Oh, does he train?
yeah,
at
he's a
gym?
trainer at the gym. Yeah.
We were just talking
All
about
I'm
that.
saying is that he's just a deadbeat dad. That's the thing I don't like.
Nah.
But
Lots of deadbeat dads. It sucks.
I have a deadbeat dad.
I also have a deadbeat dad.
Shout out. Hey.
Hey,
Hey.
daddy
Join
issues.
Yeah.
Not, not my dad, to be clear.
gonna
Ryan has
My
a
name's
different
Clint.
father.
I'm fortunate. I
White
had it.
privilege.
I grew up all good.
Because I'm dope like
I
that.
grew up
bro.
with parents that were together.
No hardship.
Get a better
Soft
family.
hands. Soft hands.
Get a better family.
Facts.
I'm still a bastard child, though.
Hey, same.
What do you
go.
mean?
I was born before my parents were married.
That's a child born out of wedlock. Is
Yeah.
a bastard child.
Oh, I thought a bastard child was one without a father.
I think
Is
it's
it?
just.
I think it. Maybe.
No, I think a bastard child is. Look it up, but I'm pretty
I'm gonna
sure
look
it's
it up.
just.
I always thought a bastard child was somebody who like without like a legal father because my dad didn't sign my birth certificate,
Neither
so I
did
thought
mine.
I was like legally a bastard.
I wonder.
I
if
thought
that-
that's what it was.
That might be it. Who knows?
Because if I am, so am I.
That's what my grandpa always told me.
No, it's a person born to parents who were not married at the time of their birth.
Oh.
No, okay.
Look up what somebody is who doesn't have a legal father.
Yeah.
I mean, now I have a legal father. But I was adopted.
Damn. I was not. Larry, get on that shit, man.
For real, man. What
What
are you
the
doing,
fuck?
Larry?
Did you ask him?
No.
Oh.
You should. I bet he'd find that really sweet.
He should ask me.
If he can adopt. No, it's like a. Ryan asked my dad to adopt her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it that way around?
It can be both. So they had asked me when I was younger if I wanted to be adopted while I was like middle school. And at the time I said no because I was like really getting flack for having the last name Tuesday and I didn't want that legally. And I was already getting bullied enough. So I said no at the time. And then as an adult, I did this, 5-6 years ago. So I was an adult. I was 23 when I asked him, but I just handed him all the paperwork and happy Father's Day.
That's a good gift.
Yeah, that was a good gift.
Low cost.
Yeah, well, he dealt with all the legal fees for the adoption, so low cost to me.
Exactly. That's
It
like
was
one
the
of those
gesture.
gifts that's like that like seem like you don't have to do
All-
anything for it first, but then it's like
All
oh,
this
damn.
says about a child without a legal father is you just call them fatherless or
fuck.
part of a single parent family.
Shit.
So
No.
That's like somehow worse.
I know,
Where's like
right?
the 50s slang for it?
Yeah, there's has to be some term for it.
We can look it up later.
You're a
chode.
horrible. You're a horrible Jamie.
A chode.
A chode is somebody who has a very
No,
short
no. That's you.
penis.
That's a
and
micro penis.
Short, wide.
Well,
penis.
it's a short, wide.
It's a
penis.
short, like a
not
stump,
a micro, not
like a
considered
tree
micro.
stump, like a tree stump of a penis.
How is that different from a micro penis?
A micro
not
penis is
small.
actually like tiny, tiny.
Yeah, it's
it
not,
has like the
small.
same dimensions of a regular penis. It's just tiny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I learned something new today.
Nice.
We know our
We-
penis facts here at
We
FRiED.
we bring education over here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say. Never mind.
We're actually listed as an educational channel on
Yes.
YouTube.
Oh, great! I can put this on PBS.
Yeah.
That's what
No.
we're aiming for.
Yeah, PBS has actually tried to contact us, but
Just haven't gone back to him yet.
we're a little too big for PBS.
Got to get those kids on board.
I think they get like 2 views a year now. So
It's not that much.
yeah,
Who the fuck watches PBS anymore?
Well, they have like a
Nobody.
couple of great YouTube channels. There's this one on
Oh, I
YouTube
bet.
called PBS Eons that is
Oh,
really good.
that
It's like a
actually sounds good.
history channel.
Well-
They pull like millions of views
sorry.
on some videos.
You're fine. I
YouTube-
was just really weak.
YouTube Kids
That was
is like a major platform for kids.
YouTube Kids is a major platform.
I came
but it is
around
not
after
heavily
YouTube
like.
Kids moderated.
Yeah, it's not heavily
Yeah.
moderated.
YouTube is the Wild West still.
That's
at the
why.
end of the day.
That's why kids be the way they are today, man.
Dude,
I mean, that's why
telling you.
we are the way we are.
True.
also same. Yeah,
Very
that makes
true.
sense.
I grew up with YouTube.
Me too. It fucked up an entire generation of people, man.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Clint.
Yep. Very true.
That he's never not watching something.
Yeah.
He's always watching something.
I'm pretty much always the same. I always have. I think that's my part.
I think
Maybe in part of how we grew up because my mom always has the TV on. My mom's always watching something. It's always on for background.
I always like it, yeah, in the background, even if I'm not paying attention. To
yeah,
it. It's
and
just
so
noise.
I always. Have.
Ryan, promote the shit out of yourself right now.
She,
Clearly, I was so prepared for that. Hi, my name is Ryan. It's spelled Riane because
her parents are funny.
I don't know what the fuck.
My mom's a funny gal. That's why.
I will give you a PowerPoint presentation on why females who have had an epidural should not be able to name their child until the drugs have worn off. With that being said, I'm a
That's why I'm
realtor
very
here in
thankful.
Butte. And so for any and all your property and real estate needs, get a hold of me. And if you're single and looking to mingle, stay the fuck away from me.
I was gonna say, I'm just glad when I was born that I got my name because my logical father was there, who named me Clint instead of.
Did you know they were debating on the name Rock for a minute?
I know.
Rock.
Yeah. And then dad
I would have a
dad
fucking
stepped in.
field day with
Shut the
Rock
fuck up.
Tuesday. Holy fuck, dude.
Now imagine him is a William.
No, Rock would be fucking
I feel like
insane.
I could pull off William.
Rock? Dude, if you were named Rock
We're talking
Tuesday,
about William now. Scratch Rock from your
If
brain.
your fucking first name was Rock and your middle name was Sheffield and your last name was a fucking day of the week, dude. Holy fuck, I think you were a fucking CIA implant, dude. Straight Russian fucking implant. Doesn't know English that well.
You know how many times I've thought mom and dad are like Russian spies?
If your name was Rock Tuesday, I'd think the way your name was picked was a spinning wheel of just dumbass shit.
Why
on
did you
it.
have to say this? This is gonna be the rest of my week.
You are so welcome. Please have me on future podcasts. I have so many more things I can tell
my
you
God.
about him.
That Rock Tuesday. Thank you. Oh my God. Rock Tuesday?
He loves it. Don't
Hey,
burn
this-
yourself.
Hey guys, this is my buddy Rock.
You have a friend named fucking Moose. It's not that far
Yeah.
off.
His real
Fuck
name's
you,
Brayden. His nickname's Moosey. If your real name was Rock, and I'd be like, what's that short for? And you were like, Sediment.
Rock. What's that short for? Boulder. I don't fucking know.
What's
Oh
that
my
short
God.
for? Actually, rock climbing.
Yeah.
My parents had a real big rock climbing kick around the time I was. Rock Tuesday. Oh my God, I'm getting
Actually,
shirts made
rocket.
right now. Oh my God.
It's not even a thing.
I'm going to find a way to get your birth
delete.
certificate legally changed.
And for the other people that don't know, me and Clint's other sister is named Ruby Tuesday.
Rock and Ruby.
This is the weird sister we were talking about. Don't hit her up.
Rock Tuesday. Oh, at least Ruby kind of like makes sense.
Well, they couldn't like
Rock.
see like Ruby was an obvious one, right? You're gonna have a girl if her last name's Tuesday. You obviously name her Ruby Tuesday, right? But then,
Rock Tuesday.
So they kept I knew what Clint was going to be when he was born. I knew it was going to be a boy.
because I'm awesome.
But they kept the secret, or they kept Ruby a secret. And I thought up until the day that she was born, I thought it was going to be another boy.
I fucking wish it was. God damn it.
Oh my God, could you
I'm just
imagine having
kidding.
two of them fuckers around?
It would be so cool.
Clint and
It'd be-
Rock.
Clint squared. Clint and Rock.
God, dude, Rock Tuesday. You'd have to do something stupid with your life. Like, straight up. You'd have to become a fucking circus clown, dude.
I'd get into, like, crystal meth, I think.
That would make sense.
I could get into that now.
I'm
With a
not
name
going to
like-
recommend it.
Name
but-
like Clint. Clint's a cool name. You can do cool stuff.
Clint is a cool name, and
Yeah.
the reason I know that is
Yeah,
because I was
Clint's a
just
dope
watching
name.
Friends, and
Friend-
this is the
yeah,
episode
see?
that Chandler was
One of
getting
the-
ready to like rename his something. He was like, "I'm a Clint," and Joey's like, "You're not cool enough to pull off a Clint." I think about you
Joe-
every time.
Well, when I think of
Joey's
Clint,
the
I think of
coolest
Clint
character on that
Eastwood.
show, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Joey knows what he's talking
Chandler.
I
about.
the
always
best.
think of Clint Eastwood,
See? And Clint Eastwood's like fucking one of the coolest guys ever.
one of the most iconic actors
See?
of all time.
Clint's an iconic
Can't
name.
believe he's still alive.
Crazy that he's still alive.
Wild.
You ever
Looks
seen that
like
movie?
he's not alive.
Ever seen that movie Gran Torino?
No, but I want to watch
Looks like
it.
he's literally dead in that movie.
And that shit came out like fucking 10 years
Yeah.
ago. 15 years ago.
And he's still kicking. He's still doing shit. He just produced or directed a new movie, I believe.
Yeah, he was in The Mule. And
Yeah.
that was like 5 years ago, and he was like fucking 80 something.
Good for him, man. Grinding. I wonder if they're making him do it.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Maybe he's being slaved.
That's what they did to Stan Lee, man. Feel bad for that. That fucking poor guy. Just trying to make like people happy, and they forced him to do it for way longer than he was supposed to.
Why rock?
Yeah, why rock?
What
That's
the
a
fuck?
Because
dumbass name.
my dad's a geologist.
Dave, you made a horrible mistake when you went to Clint. You should have named him Rock. You have no idea how much comedic relief my
There-
life would have
what
just
the
hanging
fuck-
out with
what
this
the-
kid.
There's people that are doctors. They don't name their kids kneecap. What the fuck?
I'm a race car driver, so I'm going to name my kid NASCAR.
I'm gonna name him Pistons.
He really wanted to name you William after Bill and somebody else, and he wanted to call you Bill.
I wouldn't. I don't mind the name William, honestly.
Rock?
I don't mind.
I don't mind a-
We're not talking about rock. We keep bringing up William, and you keep switching it back to rock.
What's it short for? Oh, a sediment, actually.
It's like
weird.
Liz. What's your name short for Liz? Lizard.
That'd be hilarious. Or like Meg, how Meg is short for Megatron. And
Yeah,
Family Guy.
yeah.
Yes,
Megatron.
see, I'd like that.
That's some shit I would do to my kid. I'd like take whatever the wife put, and I'd be like, nah, we're gonna switch that really quick.
Yeah,
You want
whatever,
one more?
whatever. Like, oh, you want to name her Lisa? Okay, come up with.
I want to
What would you-
name my
let's
son
see,
Michael
Lisa.
Garrett Jr.
That's egotistic.
because I'm a piece of shit. But then it won't be as egotistical for my son to do it to his son.
I'd change Lisa to Lisa and learn.
Yeah, you need something like that.
You need to make it like a pun or like somebody's famous name, but like in the like what that is, like Meg to Megatron. You know, you can only do that with a few names though. That'd be hard. You could
What would,
pun up a
what
lot
would
of
mine
names.
be?
Ryan. Fuck, that's hard. Ryan.
I
That
don't know
one's
if
a
I
hard
have
one to think of. Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Like, I mean, Ryan Gosling.
Okay, thanks for the compliment.
What about... What
You're
would
welcome.
Clint be?
I'm calling you a hot dude.
I have Clint in my phone as Clit Monday.
Everybody has me in their phone as Clit. It's not something that's like special, bro.
I did it first.
No, you didn't. I know who did it first.
I'm going to be the first one to have you in my phone as fucking Rock Tuesday, though. I'll tell you what. Holy shit, bud.
He's in my
That's
phone as
true.
broke.
You are never outliving that. I'm calling you that from now on. What up, Rock?
I have my names in my phone as their regular names.
If I really want to piss you off, I'll call you Pebble Boy.
Ryan is Ryan Hysell. Actually, Garrett's is Bubkiss Garrett, just because of an inside joke where we just called him Bubkiss for a while.
I don't even know what it means.
The only names that I have changed are my family's.
Everybody has a nickname.
That's too much.
I don't think. Are you saying
Vil
like
has a
Oh,
nickname.
just for you, like in general?
No,
or,
I'm
like,
saying Vil has a nickname.
Well,
Mania
Vil-
has a nickname. You have a nickname.
Yeah. You don't have a nickname. Yours is just your last name.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I was gonna say that's really all.
Yeah. Unless you consider Bubkiss a nickname, but that's just like between me, basically. That's like my thing.
I used to have a nickname. People used to call me Mick. but not really
I guess that's kind of a
anymore.
nickname, yeah.
The only
I
people
guess-
that have ever given me a nickname would be my best friend Ricky's parents. They call me Rye Dog.
Right on.
Yeah, I remember
on.
that.
Right on.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck they
Right
came up with
on,
that.
right on.
They do still to this day. It's Rye Dog.
Interesting.
What about Riri?
I got rice in high school sometimes.
Mom calls me.
Interesting, kind of dumb.
Well, you guys all call me Cly for some, and that's why Noah calls me Cly. Everyone wonders why Noah calls me Cly.
Clitty.
Cly.
And then I didn't start getting called Clit till like 8th grade.
Till about the time kids learned what a clit was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Once they
Not
found
accurate.
that
Once
out,
they figured
holy
that
shit.
out, it's like,
Once
oh
they
my
figured
God,
out they could
bro.
drop the N from your name, dude, it was over.
Yeah, for real.
Mostly people just call me Rain when they look at my name. Rain or Rainy.
I would pronounce it Riane.
Yeah, I always say it like it's spelled like Diane, but with an R.
Yeah, Riane.
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 Oh, Dylan, Ricky's boyfriend, he calls me oh fuck, what Rain. He does call me Rain. He calls me Rain on
Rhinoceros
purpose.
Rex.
I'm gonna call you Rib Chop.
I like that.
Rib Chop.
Rib chop?
Yeah,
I like Rhinoceros Rex.
that's really long for a nickname.
Yeah, fuck you. Well, let's hear yours.
I just said Rib Chop.
Rib chop's dumb.
I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
We're gonna end the episode there.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Make sure to, Ryan, last minute promo. Promote anything you need to promote.
Myself. Hi, love me.
How do you
Oh, and this
contact, how do
and
you
this
buy a
podcast.
house from you?
Where
oh, my
do you
phone
get
number
a house?
406.
You might not want to put your phone number on the internet.
That's not
Don't.
a good idea.
We'll cut that. Don't worry.
Thank you. But
Resuming.
that's how they do.
Email?
Go on. Well, yeah. What's the company?
You don't use
what's the
email?
What's the real? Yeah.
Right.
Why do you? I have a
do.
company.
I
email.
use-
I also
Email,
have a
yeah.
company email. It's just I get a lot of spam in it. But
All right,
RIANE at platinumbutemt.com.
Platinum Real Estate.
Buy a house.
Buy a house and support this podcast.
Are they
Support
expensive?
my brother.
Are they expensive right now?
Houses.
Yes.
Or are your houses in specific? You got any deals going on?
Yeah. Yeah. You got like.
Use promo
Buy
code
one-
FRiED
you
to
got
get a 10% off discount of a house.
You got like a buy one get one kind of deal going on right now. Yeah.
Fuck, I wish.
Buy 2, get 3 free.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
That'd be sick.
Buy
the
3,
big
get the
one.
fourth half off.
I bet that's how they do it for like rich people.
Maybe, bro.
I haven't seen it yet. I just see
I
rich
doubt
people just be like,
Yeah.
Facts.
See, that's the thing too. Rich people have cash, which makes the price go down. So
True. Make sure to watch
go get your stitchy.
every Friday at 4:20. Make sure to subscribe to Rock Tuesday's gaming channel right here. Everybody enjoy. Thank you, Ryan, for coming on. We
Thanks for having
appreciate it.
me.
And peace out, everybody.